What is up, my butter biscuits? So in today's video, I do have an update for you on the Anastasia Beverly Hills / Norvina drama that was going on. If you guys have not seen my first video on this, I highly recommend you do, because that first video has the whole context of the story, and this is basically just the conclusion of what happened. So I highly recommend checking that one out and then coming back to this video, because if you watch this video without watching that one, you're going to be a little lost on like what's going on. So I'll leave a link down below as well as a card up here, so that way you guys can check it out, so that way you guys know the full story, because like I said, it's just a conclusion today and you're going to be really lost with like, wait, what am I missing? So yeah, anyways, I just want to tell you guys, like, right off the bat, I'm low-key a little disappointed with Anastasia Beverly Hills and Norvina. I feel like they just didn't handle the situation the right way, and I feel like they could have done better. I'm going to read the full statements from Taj in this video, that way you guys obviously know the rundown of it, but I'm just saying, after reading everything, I'm like, oh, Norvina did not handle the situation right, and I think that it really sucks, because I think that if it was a big influencer like Desi Perkins or Jackie Aina, some of the people that were backing up Taj on this, I think if it was them coming forward speaking bad about Anastasia, this would have got way more traction. I think that Anastasia would have came out on their public profile and made a public apology and made things right immediately. However, Norvina did not handle the situation in my liking. Of course, we'll get into the rundown of it. You guys can form your own opinion, but I'm just like, no, I feel like Taj deserved a little bit more better, and I just think that it sucks the way that everything was handled. It's kind of like the small influencers always get taken advantage of. The small influencers always get played, and that's not cool. I don't like that, because I do think that if it was a big influencer, Anastasia Beverly Hills would have made a public apology. They would have came out with a palette. They would have just signed a check for $10,000. You know what I mean? And Taj just didn't get that. So I just want to say that right off the bat. I'm like low-key a little disappointed, but y'all can form your own opinions when I read the statements to you guys. We'll get into that in a bit. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, so that way you guys get notified when I upload a new video, because YouTube don't notify nobody. And if you guys could please give this video a big thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. And let's go ahead and dive on into the drama. Except don't pay attention to my bronzer, by the way, because it looks a little rough, okay? All right, y'all, so say a little prayer for me, okay? Because in this video, we do have a lot of reading too, and it's so ironic, because in that last video I was like, I'm never gonna have to read this much on my channel, and this one may be more reading than that one. So say a little prayer. I felt like my reading was really good in that last video. I was very proud of it, okay? So I hope I can do the same for this, because there is a lot of statements, and just actually like 2 texts from Norvina, but a lot of statements coming from Taj, okay? So this is basically the thread that is starting off on Twitter. She did make this post on Instagram as well, so you guys can check out her Instagram if you do want to see it for yourself. I'm taking this from Twitter because it seems like it makes a little bit more sense going in order. Anyways, let's go ahead and start this off. I'll be taking the day off from Instagram. Thank you for the donations, the words of love and support, and just allowing me to be human these past days. I had a panic attack last night after I read Norvina's text, and I didn't really know what to do. Norvina's response, I'm like, ugh. Anyways, I realized now I was feeling gaslit, and it triggered my anxiety. I'll break it down in this thread, as I promise to be transparent. This is my text from yesterday morning. After feeling rushed to respond, I told her I needed to collect my thoughts. She said okay, but then text at 10:45 p.m. Here goes the text. So this is Norvina writing to Taj. Would love to speak tonight. And then she didn't respond until the next day at 6:54 in the morning. Sorry, I read that backwards. Morning. I was not in the proper headspace to speak to you last night. With all that was and still is going on, I was exhausted. If we are going to have a conversation, it needs to be in a medium that leaves a paper trail, i.e. texting or email, so there can be accountability. We spoke on the phone in March, and promises to fix the problem fell flat, and now here we are. If you can agree to that, we can talk, and only then. I trusted you blindly. When this all started, that trust is gone. So I need you to understand that we'll not be rushed in conversating or making rash decisions based on emotion. And the minute I feel like I'm being manipulated, I will end communication. I will also be removing my Instagram post, as that was not posted out of emotion, nor was it posted to bash the brand or you. Hearing more and more stories about how people were treated by you personally or the brand compelled me to remind everyone what happened to me to protect themselves. Also, it's not lost on me that you now have NDAs that don't Where did it go? Oh my god, NDAs that don't expire for anyone who works with the brand, and that decision came down the pike swiftly after my live earlier in the year. In the event that we do end up working together in the future for any reason, I will not sign. If that means we don't do work, we don't do work. An NDA of that magnitude absolutely silences creators and directly contradicts my stipulation of open, transparent accountability. Then she says, "I will not remove my post." Y'all, I do have to say this. I followed Taj after this whole thing. I was like, follow. I like her. She really was telling Norvina straight up, look how many people you played. You doing these NDAs were not okay. I went live and all of a sudden you made me sign an NDA. This is not cool. And just sitting back reading this, I was like, thank you for speaking up. So many people, just because Norvina's popular and she's like creative director of Anastasia Beverly Hills, they feel so like timid and so afraid to speak out, so nervous to speak out. And she was letting her have it. I was like, yeah, you tell her, girl, because the way she handled the whole situation was just not cool. And just because she spoke out about it on a live, all of a sudden making her sign an NDA, to me, that's gross. And I feel like she is really silencing her. And that's so controlling to me. I was like, ugh. Anyways, so those are the texts that she posted in there. So, anyways, here we go. This is her next tweet. She waited all day and afternoon to respond. This is what triggered me. I'll break it down below. Because keep in mind, she sent a text to her at 6:54 a.m. Okay? So these are the texts from Norvina. As you know, the contract you signed stated, keep this in mind, Kay. Pay attention to this. As you know, the contract you signed stated you would be paid $1,000 for a project. We paid that amount. On March 10th, you said that you thought an additional $1,000 would be paid. In good faith, I immediately paid the additional $1,000. I wanted you to be happy because I value your talent. The communication on your side with you was not handled properly after we spoke on March 10th. I apologize for that. I realized in March that I cannot manage influencer relations and my strategy was to step away and focus on business. I communicated my expectations to the team after our call and they were instructed to get back to you about the possibility of future work. They failed to do so during COVID-19 and I apologize for that. If you would like to discuss working with ABH, please let me know. I will make sure that our studio producers will personally handle all communication properly. You notice how she put in there, you signed the contract? You, like, I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of like, you know what you were doing, like pointing at her, right? Anyways, Norvina. For transparency, the only reason that I signed that contract was because I was under the impression that I would not get paid until I did. But the rate was not right, and we did, in fact, discuss that. So that's what she posts right there. We'll get back into the rest of the. Oh, you know what? She blocked out the rest of the text. I'm sorry, so we won't get into that. But there's more of a text. If you see at the bottom, there's blue. So I'm kind of like low-key. I'm like, what else did you say to her? Because I like what she said in the first message. Anyways, this is her next tweet following that. 1. Victim blaming. You signed the contract. Yeah, because your negligence allowed your staff to railroad me. Amen. I like that she is speaking up and stating facts. I really like that. When you realized the brand posted none of my content after March 10th or we hadn't spoken at all, why didn't you reach out? Why is this now my problem to fix? I didn't do this to me. You did. You should have reached out and told me you had too much going on, and subsequently when you decided to step back, but you didn't. You expected me to be clairvoyant and just know that you tried. Not good enough. This text message undertone clearly states I'm not welcome there. I don't think any good would come of it at this time, mainly because she fails to see as a CEO, everything that happens is on her, good or bad. Her staff seems to still not be listening to her leadership. Otherwise, they would have reached out to me before now. The lack of due diligence and true accountability makes me feel like if I gave them a chance right now, I'd slip right through the cracks again or worse. I'd have a target on my back. I can't do that. See, I really like, and y'all, I really, really respect this because anybody can obviously sit there and say, you know what, I need the money, I need the work, I need the exposure, let me take this money and do this. I respect Taj so much for this because look, y'all, she's stated before that she needs the money, she needs the work, and obviously, of course, the exposure would be really great for her working with Anastasia. However, she's putting her pride first and she's putting her morals and ethics before making another deal with them because they did her dirty. And I do understand a lot of people in this world just sell their soul for a penny. Taj seems like she's real legit and she got my respect because it would be so easy for her to be like, oh, okay, you know what, Norvina is giving a half-assed apology, let me just accept it and let me go ahead and work with them. But no, she's putting her foot down and saying, no, I deserve better than this and the way you're responding to me ain't right. And I gotta sit here and give a little round of applause for Taj, because I really like what she's saying. Like, good for her for speaking up, and shame on Norvina. Like, girl, you should have done way better. And I really don't like the way she's like, you signed the contract, my team failed. It's kind of like, girl, if you were in contact with that, like, come on. Because I did say in my last video, I was like, I do understand Norvina's part in the specific aspect of she can't oversee every single influencer relation, right? However, turns out Taj and Norvina were in direct contact, so she did know about that. So I say, Norvina, you're a little wrong for that, boo. So for now, I will be blocking her and the brand. I will revisit the idea of true reparations and a healthy working relationship down the line. But this is causing me way too much stress. I didn't want to let anyone down, and that contributed to my panic attack and anxiety. Also, her, and this is so shady to me. Oh, I was sitting here like, also, her and the brand page unfollowing me. Just found out about the brand page. Further lets me know that this is not a I know this word, but I can never pronounce it. Amicable. I can never say that word. Amicable on her side. I will not put myself in harm's way. If you feel like you don't want to support the brand, I do not judge you. Just be aware. Thanks, y'all. Whew. As soon as I saw that the brand and Norvina both unfollowed her, I felt some type of way about that, because this makes me so mad. So what they're saying right here is, oh, if you clap back at us, if you say anything against us, we're unfollowing you. That to me is so shady, and I feel like it bothers me so much. I've said in my previous video, a brand is going to make mistakes. Us as humans, we're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. It's about how we learn and grow from them that really defines who we are. And to see that Anastasia Beverly Hills and Norvina unfollowed her, I was like at a loss of words. I was like, oh, they are showing their true colors right now. And it's crazy because as soon as I did that video and you guys saw the whole first half of this, everyone was like, y'all, they're shady. They have so many influencers saying what a bad company they are and how shady they are. Doing business deals with them is like terrible because they fall through, or they don't fall through on everything. And just seeing all the big names that came out, like, y'all, even Desi Perkins, I put that in my video, her coming out and saying, I stopped supporting them years ago. That says a lot. As a company, whew, I feel like my eyes are like wide awake now, you know, because for the longest time, I didn't really hear like too many bad things about Norvina, you know? And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I had my problems with their palettes and stuff like that before, but now, you know, seeing all of this stuff, and recently, y'all know I really, really like the Norvina palettes, and now I'm just kind of like, I got a little like bitter taste in my mouth of the brand. I think that that's really shady, and I felt like they handled the whole situation completely wrong, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, I feel let down by them, and I think that that sucks because, you know, even though I had some problems with their palettes before in the past, I've recently been liking their palettes, and it kind of sucks now, you know, now I feel let down, and I think that she could have done so much better, and the fact that she kind of like pointed a finger at her, like, you signed the contract, that is shady to me, and I don't like that. Anyway, so the last thing that I want to read to you guys is her caption from Instagram, because she posted this to Instagram, and honestly, y'all, at the end of the day, I just want to say congratulations to her for coming forward and speaking out about this. It is very, and trust me, I know from personal experience dealing with Morphe, it is very nerve-wracking to speak out to a big brand, because when you speak out to a big brand, that brand normally has a lot of like cult followers, you know, who love the brand and ride or die for the brand, and the brand could do no wrong, you know. So speaking out against a brand, it normally comes with a lot of hate, and that's why I say congratulations to her. I commend her for speaking out about this, because we need to know about this. And now obviously seeing this, now I know what's up. Say for example, me being on social media and me doing makeup, now I know that if Anastasia Beverly Hills were to ever hit me up with some type of, you know, collaboration and wanting to work with me, now my eyes are open and now I know what to look out for. So thanks to her for doing that, you know, I genuinely appreciate it. Anyways, this is her caption, and this is the last thing that I have to read to you guys from Instagram. I really hate that my page is the cesspool of negativity, but I promise transparency. However, this is really the last interaction I plan to have with Norvina for the foreseeable future. I will never do this again. This exchange is rife with bad blood, and I cannot in good conscience put myself in that position. I'd love to say, yay, she apologized and we can move forward. Now I'll be financially stable, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Except I tried that, and then I was put on hold, and now I feel I'm being rushed and gaslit. I don't want platitudes. I want real change. I want real accountability. I want the space to say this isn't right and to be heard. I do not need the reminder that I signed bogus contract designed to get as much out of me for as little money as possible. I am sad, I am disappointed, and above all else, disgusted. I don't want my foundation of relationships with brands to be built on guilt or because you are pressured by the bottom dollar. Just treat creators right from the beginning. Be proactive, not reactive. So this is where I stand. Any victim blaming or derailing this conversation at all will get you blocked. I don't care who you are. Please don't tag her or the brand in my post. This is the last time I will be public about this, because this is the last time I will deal with this situation. Thank you. Hashtag Black Creators Matter. Girl, kudos to her. I really like that she is coming forward and she is speaking out about this. Just in case I didn't mention earlier, the whole problem is, I forgot to mention, she wrote to her at 6:54 a.m. Norvina did not respond until like, I think it was like 9:59 p.m., way later in the day. Clearly not handling the situation with any type of urgent, necessity. And I'm just kind of like, like the way she handled the whole thing really, really just bothered me. And this is where I say I commend Taj so much. If you guys don't follow her, go follow her, go show her some love, because she is doing the right thing and she is putting her foot down. And I love that she is not just saying, you know what, for the sake of my bank account, let me just continue moving forward with this relationship with Anastasia Beverly Hills, because it could be so easy for her to do that, for her to say, I need this money, let me continue my partnership with them and create content with them. But she knows what's up. She knows the way Norvina is acting, and she knows that Norvina is just like, if you want to work with us, but it's kind of like she's just doing that because she feels pressured to. And Norvina did a whole bunch of wrong in this, and I commend Taj. So anyways, y'all, that is it on the story. Now I see a whole different side of Norvina and Anastasia Beverly Hills. I feel like Anastasia herself should like take back control of the brand, because you didn't hear anything like this before Norvina, and now a lot of you guys are DMing me and tweeting me stories about Norvina and her shadiness, and I'm not really liking it. I feel like it's just opening up my eyes, and it kind of makes me sad, because I'm like, I really like these palettes and I want to be able to support a brand, obviously, in good faith. And who knows? We'll see where everything goes, though. I'm not saying that I'm stopping using the brand or anything like that, because we'll see if more of this comes out. And maybe I'm a little bit too optimistic. I said this before. Everyone says I'm too optimistic. But I'm like really hoping that they will do right. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do right. Norvina, girl, I know you ain't watching this, but get it together. Like, come on. Treat your smaller creators right, because the smaller creators literally matter the most. They're the ones that are the backbone of influencers in general. There's way more smaller influencers than there are larger influencers, Anyways, that's my 2 cents on it. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. What do you guys think about Norvina running the company? A lot of you guys said you feel like Norvina is running the company to the ground. I said that weird, ground. A lot of you guys said Norvina is running the company to the ground, and now I'm kind of seeing it. So anyways, y'all, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.